welcome to Yoga with Melissa. I'm really happy that you could join me on your mat today. This sequence is going to be a nice, gentle flow, getting into those upper back muscles where you might be holding some tension, getting into the neck, and then kind of slowly working our way down the body. I do have 2 blocks. If you have those at home or any other books or something, it just allows the floor to meet you where you need it to be. So first, we're going to come into a supported hero's pose. So you can either choose 1 block or 2. You can also sit on a pillow or a bolster. So I'm going to take the blocks, push them back in between my heels, find that comfortable seat, and then we're just going to settle in. Bringing your awareness to your breath, noticing the natural rhythm of your breathing. Allow yourself to settle into your body. Relax your jaw. Relax the skin on your face. Noticing your shoulders, if they're starting to inch their way up towards your ears, or if they are a little bit tight. Just gently rise them up towards your ears as you allow them to sink down, opening up the sides of your neck. Now bring your hand to your heart or your chest, and you can just place it there or gently allow yourself to gently rub that area. This is a nice way to settle into your body. Notice how you're feeling today. What do you need today in this practice? One more breath. Release that hand down to your thigh. Let's take 5 more rounds of breath. And during these 5 more rounds of breath, maybe you increase the depth of that breath. Meaning you feel your breath rising from your belly all the way up to your throat. And as you exhale, you feel it sinking down towards your belly. Two more rounds here. Last cycle of breath here. Slowly begin to allow your eyes to flutter open if you had them closed. And I'm going to take 1 block away. Want to feel that more of that connection towards the floor. Your choice. We're just going to bring our hands straight out in front of us, and the width is going to be slightly wider than shoulder distance. And this exercise here, we're going to get into those upper back muscles. So we're going to reach forward, Just envisioning those shoulder blades pulling apart. And then as you pull back, those shoulder blades are squeezing together. Let's do this a couple more times. Feeling that activation in those muscles. Last one here. Exhale, release that. Release your arms. Shake those arms out. Take a nice inhale. Okay, let's find that arms again. This time we're going to reach forward with the right hand. So imagine that shoulder blade is reaching forward, and then you're going to pull it back. Reaching, pull. Last one here. And then let's switch over to the left side. Reaching forward, that shoulder blade is really reaching towards that front. One more here. Whew, shake it out. Feeling some activation in those arms, activation in those upper muscles. And if you need to take a break, do some shoulder circles. Shake your arms out a little bit more. Allow your head to maybe look from side to side. Listen to your body. And then let's find that again. Now this time, we're going to find some movement with that reaching. So alternate reaching with a little bit of movement. So reaching forward with that one hand, reaching forward with the other. And we're going to work our way down towards the floor. As you reach, opening up that back and then pulling back. And then let's take it back up. We're going to work our way all the way back up towards the sky or ceiling. And then once you get to the top, just alternate opening one side and then the other. One more on each side. And then bring your hands down, release, shake it if you need that shake. And then let's do some shoulder circles here. One more and then switch that direction. One more here. And then allow your shoulders to release. Taking a moment here to check in with yourself. How are you feeling? How is that up part of your body feeling? And then we're going to move into our neck. So we're going to take our chin and slightly tuck it back, bringing it back slightly. So say if we over-exaggerate and our chin comes way out, you can kind of feel the back of your neck as it's hinged forward. So keeping your hand maybe on the back of your neck if this helps you, pulling that chin back, feeling that lengthening, maybe that opening in the back. And then we're just going to make some little circles with our chin, keeping that chin tucked in. Eyes can be closed. One more in this direction, and then switch that circle. Last one. Come back to center. And then release releasing that left ear to the left shoulder. Allow your arms maybe to sink down towards the floor. And if you want a little bit more of a stretch, bringing that left hand onto that right shoulder is a nice little resting space, allowing for some more opening there. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Right hand can come to that left shoulder. Breathing here. And then inhale back to center. Let's come off of that block, giving our legs a little bit of a rest. Maybe they extend out in front of you, or you come into easy pose. And we're just gonna do some barrel circles. So placing our hands onto our knees, or if your feet are extended out in front, can look like this as well. And we're just gonna do those nice circles. These can be as shallow or as deep as you want. Keeping those seat bones connected to the floor. One more, and then switch that direction. One more here. Come back to center. And then let's inhale as the arms reach up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, that left hand is going to come down onto the mat, and we're going to open up on that right side. If it feels good to go a little bit deeper, that left hand can walk away from the body as you sink in. And then inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale, right hand plants down, reaching over. And then inhale back to center. Let's make our way onto all fours, coming into tabletop. So making sure those wrists are below our shoulders, knees are below the hips, knees are about hip width distance apart here. We're just gonna bring in some cat-cow movement. So sink that belly, gaze goes out to the side of the room, and then tuck that chin, curl that back. So link this movement to your own breath. Visualize your spine moving all the way up from the base of your skull to the tip of your tailbone. One more here. Coming back to that neutral spine. We're going to incorporate a little bit of movement here. So as we sink our seat bones back to our heels, our gaze is going to come up. And then as we press back up, we're going to curl into that cat. So push back, cow, press up, cat. Two more here. Last one. We're going to come back to that neutral spine. And then we're going to walk our hands a little bit forward. Extend that left leg back. Pressing into the ball of that left foot. And then on your next exhale, release, left knee meets right, extend that right leg, press into the ball of that foot. Exhale, release. And then widen those knees. And we're going to come back into that child's pose. And it's okay if your seat bones do not touch your heels. You can be here on your forearms. Allow your forehead to come towards the floor or stack your fists to allow your forehead to rest upon that. And then release those hands if you had those fists stacked. Activate your arms, pressing into your hands. We're going to press up, back into table. I'm going to grab my blocks. We're going to go through a low lunge, high lunge sequence. So I have mine on the medium height. I'm going to step that right foot forward. Blocks are squaring that foot. And you can either choose to keep your foot flat or keep it tucked. Maybe playing with that, noticing if there's any difference. And we're just going to press into that front thigh. Breathing here. And then pressing up into that high lunge. Exhale, release. Stepping that right foot back, bringing that left foot forward. Foot is tucked or untucked, your choice. Release that jaw. Tuck the back foot, press up, high lunge. Exhale, release that knee down, bringing that right foot back. I'm going to remove the blocks to the side, and we're going to press up into our first downward facing dog. Feet can be hip width distance apart or a little bit wider. Knees can be nice and bent. On your next exhale, release those knees down to the mat. Take a breath in table. Let's find those blocks again. We're going to go through that low lunge, high lunge. Step forward, that right foot, pushing into that front leg. Chest is open. Tuck that back foot, lift up to high lunge. On your next exhale, release that knee down. This time we're going to find a little twist. So place that left palm on that right palm on that right thigh as your left shoulder goes towards that bent thigh. Exhale, release, bringing that right leg back. Left foot comes forward, low lunge. Tuck that back foot, lift up, high lunge. Exhale, knee comes down. We're going to find that twist. Left hand comes to that left thigh. Right shoulder is working its way towards that bent leg. Exhale, release. over to the side. Swivel those legs around, bringing our legs forward. Feet are slightly apart, legs are slightly apart. We're going to elongate through the spine here. Taking a breath. Eyes can be opened or closed. And then just walk your hands towards your shins of your feet. Pressing your heels into the mat. Knees can have a nice bend in them. And then inhale back to center. Take a breath. Let's find that one more time. Heels press in, knees bent. Inhale, come back up. Then we're going to find butterfly pose. So we're going to bring our heels in together. This is a great place for those supports. To find a little bit more comfort in this pose. So I bring the blocks, pillows, whatever you have, right underneath where my knee is. Elongating, lengthening through that spine. And then maybe it feels good just to stay here. Or if you want a little bit more, grabbing the fronts of those shins and just allowing gravity to bring your body towards your feet. Still keeping that opening through the front body. We don't want to be curling in or caving in and rounding that back. And then slowly come back up. We're going to bring our knees in together. Remove those supports. And gently come down on your mat. Allow yourself to settle in, feeling your back body resting onto the floor. Feeling that let go, that softness, work into the spaces of your body that might be holding on to any tension. And then on your next inhale, we're going to bring that left knee in towards the body. You're welcome to keep that right leg bent or allow it to extend out. And then release that left leg, bring that right leg in. Take a breath here. Right leg comes in towards the body. Left knee can stay bent or extend out. Soften into this pose. And then release that right leg down, extend that right leg. Maybe arms come to the sides of your body. Taking a moment here to feel the movement of our breath in our body. Where do we feel it the most? There's no right or wrong place to feel it, just noticing where it's at. Letting that hold our focus. And then on your next inhale, we're going to bring one leg up. Take a breath. And then the other leg up. Take a breath. And then when you're ready, roll over to one side. Taking a moment here. And then gently pressing yourself up to seated. Bringing one hand to your chest. Thank yourself for showing up today. Bringing in some mindful movements. And taking a moment to check in with yourself. Namaste. Thank you.